Cincinnati police are considering a controversial way to crack down on drivers speeding on city streets. This all comes on the heels of an alarming rise in crashes involving pedestrians, a 50% jump, in fact, from 5 years ago. As part of our ongoing series, Move Up Cincinnati, 9 on Your Side's Pat LaFleur explains how CPD is looking at speed cameras to help with traffic enforcement.
Now, there aren't any speed cameras in Cincinnati yet, but sometimes officers target areas like Montgomery Road here in Pleasant Ridge. Cincinnati Police Chief Eliot Isaac said in this memo that his department doesn't have the manpower to stop dangerous drivers. That's where the cameras come into play.
Steve Magus and his wife Lisa of Anderson Township weren't expecting this letter.
I thought it was like a spam mail. She got something in the mail.
But this wasn't spam. This was serious.
We open it up and it's a citation in the mail for speeding.
He's also an Ohio trial lawyer. He says the citation immediately set off alarm bells.
The way it's set up is they redefine these infractions as civil cases for money versus a criminal traffic case. And by doing that, the city's objective is to eliminate all of the constitutional protections you would get in a criminal or traffic case.
Protections like the right to due process, to avoid self-incrimination, and to question your accuser.
All of those things are just basically sliced out.
Ohio's Supreme Court deemed similar speed cameras in New Miami Village and Elmwood Place unconstitutional. But about a year ago, the court sided with the city of Dayton's appeal. The controversy is why Cincinnati is considering officer-operated cameras instead of cameras mounted to traffic lights. Councilman Greg Landsman is leading that charge.
It's simply the police officer is still the one determining whether or not you're speeding with the technology, the camera. It's just the ticket goes home, and then you can still contest it.
Landsman says the cameras, which look like radar guns but take photos, should spare officers the time it takes to make a full traffic stop. They could also result in more drivers getting tickets.
It makes a big difference in terms of whether or not we are enforcing our traffic laws, our speeding laws, and getting people to slow down, which at the moment is a life and death thing.
Retired Mason police officer Derek Bauman says the cameras could be a game changer for making Cincinnati's 3,000 miles of streets safer. Bauman is now also a vocal advocate for pedestrian safety.
It's very important that we're not in hiding doing this. We're not trying to trick anyone. Ultimately, it's about traffic safety.
Meanwhile, Magus decided his ticket wasn't worth the aggravation to fight.
We ended up just paying the ticket because it wasn't worth the hassle.
Now, before Cincinnati officers can start using these cameras, voters would have to approve a change to the city charter. Landsman says any revenue generated by the cameras would go to pedestrian safety. Reporting in Pleasant Ridge, Pat LaFleur, 9 on Your Side.
You can read about how other cities are using these speed cameras in Pat's digital story on WCPO.com. And all through 2019, stay with 9 on Your Side for special coverage of topics dealing with growth and transportation in the Move Up Cincinnati series. We'll have Pat and a team of reporters covering those issues on air and online.